Hey guys, how's it going everyone? It's Jackie Felix here, and today I just want to make a pretty important video about the state of the Node War siege scene in Korea. A couple of months or a couple of weeks after they received the new Node War and siege changes. And I just want to show you a quick clip from the streamer, JHKY. And it's a little bit depressing, it's a little sad to see the state of their siege and their node war scenes. And he also talks about how pretty much the PvP scene is all but dead in Korea. And yeah, I just want to show you guys this part of it, VOD real quick.
감사합니다. Yeah, like Northern Siege, like no one plays Siege. So there's a single guild who's having conquering the 5 castle. Yeah. See? One guild is holding the 5 different castle, like all the region, and also the Node War, no, like almost like no fight. Yeah. So like I'm not sure like how often you watch, and also having conquering the castle.
So yeah, you heard what he said there. This one siege guild in KR is controlling 5 regions. So they control Valencia, Medaya, Serendia, Benos, and Calphion. Now, I do understand that other regions like NAU, some of these other regions have more like active Node War and Siege and PvP guilds, right? But then you gotta also remember at one point in KR, they also had a decent number of Node War and Siege guilds as well, but they eventually did die off. And you gotta ask yourself the question, why did that happen? Why was that the case? And I really don't like these new Node War changes, and I'm sure some of you can see the issues with these new changes as well. You
Yeah.
guys might have forgotten about it, might be at the back of your mind, but for myself personally, I only really play this game right now for Node Wars and Siege. It's what I enjoy doing this game, and I don't want to see Pearl Abyss kill the Node War and Siege scene when they introduce this patch on NAEU and other regions, which they will do soon. Hopefully, they make some changes before they go live. This goes live on NA, especially. But yeah, as you can see, one castle guild controls 5 regions, and even the territories within each of these regions, usually just 1 or 2 guilds controlling majority of the areas. I talked to this Korean streamer, and he said that there's pretty much never any fights for Siege or either. So that's very sad to. And I just want to go through with you guys what I think should never have been implemented. It's one line here. The maximum number of participants in each node war has been changed. Why? If you look at all the current fights right now, I assure you, even tier 1s, tier 2s, the best fights that happen all the time are on 30 mans, 45s, or 45s, right? The best fights don't happen on 100 mans. The 100-man fights, let me try to find, they're all snipe forts, right? They're close to max cap 70, 80, 100. These are all snipes. Like this Ackerman node, it's just snipes. People drop, like siege guilds drop on these nodes. You get a qualifier node for siege, or either it's like small node war guilds that aren't even that active, dropping on these nodes to get a node for silver, or like just these nodes are not built for fights. You can't. The problem with like a 100-man cap for all nodes, it's a really bad idea because talk about, for example, Cho Nation, right? They're gonna bring 90 to 100 people to a node just to have other guilds not show up, and they waste 90 to 100 people's time, right? And they don't want to show up for that. They don't want to waste their time showing up for a fight that's not going to happen, right? And also, how many guilds in this game can reliably bring 100 people to a node? on like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. No way. Not even the most active guilds can bring 100 people. This is such a dumb change. This should never have been implemented on live servers. This clearly shows developers don't understand the state of the Node War and Siege scene right now, and I don't know who's giving them this feedback, but this is one of the worst changes I've seen them implement and should never have gone through. The other thing is, basically what will happen is, say for example, a new Node War system. Sylvia is Node War region, right? Bam, Cho Nation claims the territory in Karma Sylvia. Guess what? None of the guilds, no one really enjoys fighting Cho Nation, right? No one wants to fight Cho Nation. It's not fun zerging them. There's no reason to fight them 1v1, right? So Cho Nation gets locked in Karma Sylvia. No one wants to fight them. And then this is what's going to happen, right? Say like Black Rose gets Calpheon. No one wants to fight Black Rose on Calpheon. And then Bayanos and Serenia are tier 1s, right? And then maybe only 1 or 2 regions. You can only have fights in 1 or 2 regions now. So like, you have a strong guild that drops on a territory, right? And then other guilds don't want to fight them because, why would you want to fight a guild that is 50 or 60 gear score above you, right? That's not fun at all. That's not fun and enjoyable for any guild to do, right? So this new system just makes it easier to dodge stronger guilds. So then you gotta ask yourself, why do you wanna get gear, you wanna progress in this game when you're part of a Node War Siege guild, so you can get good fights, right? And this new system just makes it easier to dodge fights as well. And so I don't like how if you can only Node War, say you control Calpheon, right? That means you can only Node War on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. So 3 out of 5 days. Whereas, for example, Corrupt right now, we Node War 5 out of the 6 Node War days right now. Yeah? So like, if we cap region in Calpheon, that means we can potentially only Node War like 3 days instead of 5. So again, this limits the amount of Node Wars you can participate in, right? And the other thing I want to say is I really don't like how they're limiting Serenia, Bernos to only be tier 1 regions, right? So I understand maybe give Bernos tier 1, but not Bernos and Serenia, because like people do like fighting in Serenia and Bernos. Some of these Node War zones are really nice Node War zones. So for example, the Elders Bridge or the Marksdale Forest, this Node War area, people like fighting in these Node War areas, or the Algendo Farm. Like, these are good Node War areas, and you're limiting them only to tier 1 guilds now. Which, like the system right now, the tier 1 guilds have their own separate nodes in each of these regions they can fight on, right? So I don't understand what the problem is with that. Why would you limit Serenia and Banos to be only accessible by tier 1 guilds? Like, I understand maybe it's a law, Serenia and Banos are vassals of Calpheon. So like, they're for the new players and stuff, but like, it's just really limiting, right? It's not good changes for the game. These are not good changes for the game, and I see a scenario where this new system comes out, and sure, the Node War scene may be alive or thriving for like a couple weeks, and then boom, it just drops straight dead because people realize it's not fun fighting a stronger Siege guild or Node War guild that can bring close to 100 members, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't beat 100-man Cho Nation guild, no matter like how strong you are as just a tier 2 Node War guild. You can't do it. Like, if it was like on a 30-man node or 40-man node, maybe that's doable if you have multiple guilds, but like, you're asking the impossible here. Like, no one's gonna bring realistically bring 100 people to a node or anywhere close to 100 on like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Most of the people that play BDO and are in these Node War Siege guilds, they have like they have jobs, they have commitments. Like they can't come to like these Node Wars. Like you can't expect 100 people to show up. So there's no way that's going to happen, right? So like apart from the negatives, some of the positives I like are like the introducing additional rewards like the Node War shop. I like how now you can still participate in or merc out for nodes if you own a region and you can control multiple regions. I like that change, I like the fact that, the new node system is like more territory based, so you can it's like a building block. You can start at one point and control another point, right? And I enjoy how they added a new region, Node War region for Karma Sylvia, so I like that too. So there's definitely a lot of good changes, right? The changes I really don't like is this one, the 100-man cap. I don't like how owning one node in one region locks you out of participating in any other region. So what happens if you just own one region in Calphia and you never lose that node or that area? So does that mean that you can never participate in any other region with your guild until you lose all your nodes? Like, that sounds very harsh, right? I also like the new merc system. I think that's good. It's judging people, not just the cap, a number of merc caps, so based off your gear score as well. So there's a lot of good changes, but there's some changes that I just really don't agree with, and I feel like if these changes come onto NAEU, they can potentially just kill the entire Node War scene altogether, right? For tier 2s and tier 4s. I'm sure tier 1s will still be thriving. Tier 1s, have always had really good fights ever since they came out. So maybe that's what I need to do in the future if I want to get good fights, is just go to a tier 1 guild. But yeah, I think you guys should be really cautious and aware of what these Node War changes can mean, right? And if you guys have your thoughts or opinions, leave them in the comments section down below. Let us know what you think of these Node War changes and what they can potentially, the positives and negatives of these changes, and let us know if you share my opinion or not. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you after maintenance, and yeah, peace.